Good. And then when you've done your shoulder rolls, go to elbow rolls. So hands to shoulders and elbows rolling round. And then bring your elbows down. Take your hands behind, clasp, and reach your arms away from your back. Bring your arms down by your side. Take your right arm up. I'll do my left. Yeah, so I'm mirroring you. Right arm up. Push from your legs up into your pelvis and secure, stable your pelvis. Side bend over slightly. Keep the evenness in your legs and keep hugging your belly in, tailbone long. Left arm by your side. Keep the belly strong as your left arm lifts and lowers. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Stay steady in your right side. 1 more. And then all the way up with both arms, down with both arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms down. When your arms lift, feel like you're pushing your weight down into your feet, feeling more stable and balanced, and then pulling taller to the top of your head. Inhale more firmly down into your feet. Exhale, taller to the top of your head. 1 more time. Inhale, firm down into the feet. Exhale, tall to the top of your head. And then this time, just the left arm lifts. Side bend over. Check the belly is hugging in. Tailbone is long. And then lift your right and lower. The palm leading the way up. Palm leading the way down. So your arm just takes a little rotation as it shifts from one to the other. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower 1 more time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And then both arms come up again. And then down. So now we're going to take the heels off the floor as your arms lift. Heels lift. Arms down. Heels down. See if the heels and the arms can move at the same pace. Both moving up, 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 up until you're as high as you can be. And then both moving down, 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 down until your feet are grounded, arms by your side. 3. Down. 2. Down, just straight up, straight down. Try and avoid thinking of forwards. Think of up. And down, and keep your heels down on the floor. Lift your arms out and bring your hands behind your head, elbows in line with the tip of your nose. Firm your pelvis and lift the rib cage. Let your head drop back into your hands. And then tip the rib cage forwards and look down to your feet. Inhale, lift the rib cage, head tips into your hands. Exhale, forwards with the rib cage. Again, 1 more of those, elbows wide. Elbows narrow. Come to the center and then side bend down and center. Pelvis not moving anywhere. So see if you can move your rib cage without moving your pelvis. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. 1 more each way. How still can you keep your rib cage, your pelvis? Just moving from the sides of the waist. Finally, a rotation. So rotate 1 direction, keep the hips still. And then back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Both hips are looking forwards. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Use your core muscles to turn the rib cage so that you rotate the ribs without rotating the pelvis. Last time. Let's see if we can go through all those. So you go back a little, then go around 1 direction, then bow your chest, round to the other side, circling round. Circling the rib cage around the pelvis. When your chin comes forwards toward the chest, take it the other way, just to loosen off around and down. Another full one. Chin down toward the chest. Release your arms, lift your head, interlace your hands behind and stretch the arms back, open up your shoulders. Okay, and we'll take a little neck stretch. So if you can bring your arms toward the right side of the waist and let your head fall to the right. And then back to center, and the arms come toward the left side of the waist and your head goes toward the left. And then back to center, and your arms come down by your side, chin to chest, and start rolling down head first, then the chest, and then deeply hugging the belly as you go down, tipping the pelvis. Come on to hands and knees. Make a straight tabletop back. So your head, your chest, and your legs are in line like a tabletop would be. Then slide your right leg back with the toes touching the floor and your left arm forwards with the little finger touching the floor. We're just going to stick with this arm and leg. Make sure your hips are still square and your shoulders are still square as your arm and leg lift and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You're pushing energy out through your leg into a firmly flexed heel. So it feels like the heel is pushing away from the hip as it lifts without contorting the pelvis. Good. Avoid the ribs falling, the waist falling for 3, 2. Stay lifted on 1. Open your arm and leg out a bit wider than your mat and then back to center. Out, center. Going a bit wider than the sides of your mat, but keep your toes pointing to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Center, and then that hand and knee land and the other arm and leg extend. Toes on the floor, little finger on the floor. Engage, lengthen from tailbone to crown and lift. Tap down. Lift and tap. Remembering the pelvis, rib cage, head alignment that we worked on in the last 3 classes and seeing if they can stay steady, steadily aligned in the midline of your body. 2, 1. This next lift, stay lifted and open your arm out and in, your leg out and in so they counterbalance each other. The sides of your waist aren't going anywhere, so think about a splint either side of your waist, keeping you in the center, keeping you steady. 3. Head stay still. 2, 1. Hand and knee to the floor. Child's pose, rest your head on your hands. Relax your wrists, elbows, shoulders, neck. Nice deep breath. Let's come down onto our tummy. Reach your arms out in front and have your hands so that the arms are lifted, so you're on your fingertips. Do the same with your legs. Be on your toe tips and straighten your legs so your thigh bones lift. So we're lying on our tummy, but we're on fingertips and toes so that the arms and legs are off the ground. Option 1, leave your head touching the floor. Option 2, lift your head and your chest, and for that option, you might bring your fingers just a little bit closer so you can get the chest slightly up. Whichever option you're working with, firm your belly and push your thigh muscles firmly back in your legs. From here, you can either just stay here, this is engaging you already, or you can try pointing your feet, so now you haven't got the toes to rest on. And you can try extending your arms so you haven't got your fingers to rest on. Then we can add movement. Opposite arm and leg touch down and then lift. Touch down, lift. Switch, 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 switch. Keep your head steady, whether it's on the floor or whether you're lifted in the air. And keep the legs strong and straight. You might still be on fingertips and toes and just holding that position, which is absolutely fine. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And then rest down, head on your hands, flop the legs and give your pelvis a little rock side to side. Grab a cushion or a block and pop it underneath your head. Turn onto one side. Taking a few chalk circles, so you've got your head on your raise. Knees in front, arms out in front of the chest, and top arm circles round. Who doesn't love a good chalk circle? Make the circle go all the way. Fingers are trying to touch the ground. At some point, you might break contact with the ground. It's fine. Let your arm be loose. Last time. And then when you're coming round and your arms are back to center, push down into your top hands and swing up and over to the other side. Spine is straight. And when your arm goes round, your head and your chest want to make sure that they're turning with you. In class, this is one of the things that gets forgotten the most, that your head rolls round. Use your cushion to support your head as it rolls. And if it falls off the back of it, then move not your head, but move the cushion. Two. And one more full one. And then turn around onto your back and keep your cushion nearby. Turn onto your back and bring your arms by your side for some shoulder bridges. Feet directly underneath your knee or heels underneath your knees, so you can stand in your feet, curl the tailbone and roll up through your spine until you reach the shoulder blades, not the back of your shoulder joints, and then roll your way back down again. Inhale, land. So we're rolling up again to meet the shoulder blades, and you also sense that there's a stop point when your pelvis and your rib cage align with each other. Notice if you start to go further where your ribs start taking over the pelvis. Yeah, keep them level. Rolling up, rolling down. Go one more round. And then we'll all sequence together. So when you get down to the floor this time, stay on the floor, reset your feet if you need to. We're going to add some arm floats. So roll your spine up first, spine only. Then take your arms behind. Leave your arms there, roll your spine down. And then arms down. So it's spine up, arms up, spine down, arms down. With the breath, inhale, exhale, spine rolls up. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, spine down. Inhale, arms down. One more. Exhale, spine up. Rolling, still rolling. Inhale, arms over. Keep your arms reaching long. Exhale, spine down, stretching it to the floor. Inhale, arms down. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head. And then let's try and do some of those circles that we did earlier. So feet firm on the floor, pelvis in neutral. Abdominal curl, so your head and chest curl up. Think of the rim of your rib cage moving. So we're going to circle toward the right, center, toward the left, and then back as if you're just trying to skim the ground. Right, center, left, skim the ground. Right, center, left, skim the ground. Now normally, say keep your elbows wide in line with the tip of your nose when we're doing rotations and things. For this, let your head be nice and heavy in your hands, and your elbows can come in a bit narrower as you circle around, almost like you're really cradling your head, but your focus is on the rib cage turning. Right, center, left, down. There's no movement in your feet, knees or hips. One more this way. When you get to center, let's redirect to the left, up to center, right and down. Left, center, right, down. Whoa. Center, right, down. Using your control, steady as you go, so that the slowness makes it more challenging. Yeah, the slowness gives us a chance to feel it more. Going 2 more in this direction. And then when you get back to center, lower your head to the floor and let your legs go into a butterfly stretch. Soles of the feet together, knees open. Okay, and then we're going to use this butterfly leg position for the next exercise. So press the soles of your feet together so that instead of your legs flopping wide, your legs are actively going to squeeze in a bit more, like you're holding a giant beach ball between your legs and your legs are just trying to squeeze it slightly. Just enough so that the soles of the feet compress together and you feel your inner thighs active. Then sink your lower back slightly, interlace your hands in a pistol point. Nod your chin, curl up your chest, so you're an abdominal curl looking through that gap of your legs. It should look like a big wide V. And then pulse your chest towards your hands for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now bring your hands behind your head, stay lifted, and bring your knees towards you. Keep the heels of your feet touching. Try and lift your hips like you're doing a shoulder bridge, so your knees come towards your arms and then back down. Knees towards arms and down. 7, 6, 5. It's a little tip of the pelvis. 4. And for some of you, it might be a tiny amount, just the tailbone lifting an inch, a centimetre. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold the back of your legs, press your legs into your hands and roll up. Come to sitting. Okay, and just watch for a moment. You're going to have your cushion available. You might use it, you might not use it, but I'll just show you why. You might have already seen this in class this week, but just bear with. I'll give you a reminder. When you lie down in neutral, ideally your forehead and chin are level with you. If your chest is very deep, if you've got a rounded upper back, or if you've just got a tight neck and your head falls back for any of these reasons and you end up with the chin higher than the forehead, then you need to try and lengthen the back of your neck out, and that might mean bringing a cushion under so you get that level line again. Another thing that makes the head fall back is when we start to lift the legs. If the head was in line here, when the legs start to come up, and even when the legs come up further into a straight position, this can start to pull the head back because this is connected all the way into the neck. If that happens, again, you're going to get the cushion and pull it in underneath the back of your head. If you feel any tension gathering in your neck, you pull the block back in underneath your head. Come down onto the floor, have your cushion there ready for you if you need it. Arms down by your side, find neutral setup position. And then if you can put one hand on your belly and one hand on your ribs, and then just feel those points moving towards each other. So abdomen and belly, between your hip points and your ribs, moving a bit closer. And then take your right leg and slide it along the floor. Lift it up in the air. Lower it back down. Slide it back along the floor. Then the left leg, slide along the floor. Lift it up. Lower it down. Slide it back in. Can you do it without anything else moving? Just the leg. Right, extend, lift, lower, bend back in. The other leg doesn't move at all. Your pelvis and your rib cage are staying connected where your hands lay. Those points don't want to feel like they come any wider apart. Extend, lift, lower. One more on the left. extend, lift, lower, and bend it in. Okay, now the right leg's going to do it and stay up in the air this time. So extend, lift, pointed foot, lower the leg down, flex the foot, lift the leg up, point, lower, flex, lift, 3 more, point, lower, leg nice and long, and your hands are still checking that the space between the ribs and the pelvis doesn't stretch apart. Last time, point, lower, flex, lift, point and lower, bend the leg and bring your foot back to the floor, slide the left leg away, keep an even balance in the pelvis, and then lift the left leg up. We go point, lower, flex, lift, point, lower, flex, lift, 3, keep the pelvis nice and still, 2, flex, lift, and 1, flex, lift, point and lower, bend the leg back in, foot flat to the floor. Take your right knee into a single knee fold, left leg double knee fold. Take your arms toward the ceiling and think of this as your all fours position, flipped round onto your back. So like when you were on all fours earlier, extend opposite arm and opposite leg away from each other, and the leg hovers a foot or so off the ground and then come back up to your all fours position. Then the other arm and leg extend away and then back into the all fours position. Okay, as you do this, you want to imagine you've still got the hands resting on the space between your hip bones and resting on your ribs, and keeping your awareness there that that space doesn't open the rim of the pelvis and the rim of the ribs staying aligned in that cylinder of strength, sometimes called our powerhouse. Keep it so it feels it's maintaining its power. Last time. Now try straight legs up in the air, pointed feet, opposite arm, opposite leg, lower and lift, lower and lift. Another each arm and leg. Keep your legs up in the air, interlace your hands behind your head and abdominal curl. With your feet pointed, lower them down about 1/3 of the way, flex and lift them back up again. Point, go down 1/3, flex and lift them back up. A bit stronger, go 2/3 of the way down, keep the belly pulling back, make sure that space at the abdomen doesn't open. And then the stronger version, you lower level with your head, point lower, flex, lift, 1 more time, point lower, flex, lift, and bring your knees into your chest and your head to the floor, squeeze your legs in. And relax your feet down wide on the mat, knock-kneed position, relax your arms, palms upwards, maybe close your eyes for a moment and just let the effort of that settle. Keeping your feet wide on your mat, so you're on the edge of the mat with your feet. Drop both knees across to the right and turn your left ear to the floor. And feel your left knee reaching or dropping in the direction of your right foot. To center, feet stay wide as you go the other way, knees to the left, right ear toward the floor. Right knee falling towards left foot or reaching. So it feels as it reaches, it opens up the skin, front of your hip gets long, the right side of the waist is long. Back to center and a knock-kneed position, lifting your tailbone a little like you're about to begin a shoulder bridge and stretch your lower back long as your pelvis lands down. Either staying with your knock knees or straightening your legs out. We'll take a couple of minutes relaxing. Just give yourself a little shake on the floor if you've straightened your legs so that they fall easy. See how gently you can close your eyes. So your upper and lower eyelids feel really happy to meet each other. Imagine that bringing a smile to your eye. And then you might even let that feeling of a smile spread across your face. And then even send the feeling of a smile into your heart. Maybe imagining in your mind's eye something that does make your heart smile. It could be something beautiful in nature. It could be someone you love. It could be a friend when they're really happy. It could be watching something funny on the TV. Something that makes your heart smile. Feel that imaginary smile go down to every fingertip, like your palms are holding joy. And down your legs to the soles of your feet. Happy legs, able to lie down and rest for a moment. And then wriggle your fingers and toes around a bit and stretch your arms up overhead. Wriggle a bit there as well. And make your way up to sitting. Sit with your legs straight out in front. Hold the back of your right leg, lift it and put your foot across to the outside of your left knee. I'll mirror you actually, and then it doesn't get confusing. And then wrap your arm around and twist. So opposite arm wrapping around the opposite bent leg. And come into center, straighten that leg out. Hold behind the back of the other leg, lift it, step your foot across. And then opposite arm wrapping around the bent leg. And then coming back around to center and uncross and bend both legs, feet flat to the floor. Put your hands on the floor behind and see if you can push your weight forwards into your feet. And if you can't, don't worry. Can you get yourself around into this position? However you get there, elbows in your hands, elbows heavy in your hands, back of the legs opening up. Soften your knees, release your arms and roll your spine up. And as you come up, the arms are going to open really wide and come all the way up above you. And then apple pick to finish, reaching through one arm, then the other arm. Push down into your foot as you stretch your arm up. And then the very best you can, shake out loosely everything like you're having a little shaky, shaky dance. Give everything a happy shake. Make sure everything does feel happy and joyous. And take that with you through the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.